COMSOL Multiphysics, Lecture 10, Parametric Analysis. First of all, in a CAE system, we draw a beam 50 by 50 and with a length of 1 meter. And make sure that we add in the software, COMSOL, or tool add in. Now, we have to make sure that the live link is on, because we use the live link procedure to connect the geometry in SolidWorks with COMSOL. And also we will transfer the parameters in SolidWorks. For example, these two parameters, the width and height of the beam, and transfer these parameters to COMSOL. And so these two parameters are transferred to COMSOL. So we begin to work with COMSOL 3D model, solid mechanics, statics. And now, first of all, for the first step, we load the geometry from SolidWorks. And for the second step, material, right-click the mouse and add material from the library, structural steel. And make sure that the geometry is linked or connected to the properties. For the third step, I'll choose very fine mesh and build the mesh. Step 4, boundary conditions. And there's no confirmation step, so you got to be very careful about this. Loading, type of load, concentrated force, area, surface of load, direction of load, y direction, magnitude of the load, 100 Newton in negative direction. So we're finished with the definition of the beam, but also actually we have transferred these two parameters from SolidWorks into COMSOL. So we actually have parameters, the width and the height of the beam. So before we run the study, right-click the mouse and choose Parametric Sweep. So we run parameter search, and there are two modes. One is all combination, and the second is specified combination, and we use all combinations. The combination of all level of parameters. For the first parameter, we choose the width of the beam, and we edit the range of the parameter from 50 to 60 with a step of 5 and replace the original. So we have defined the variable of width from 50 to 60 with a step of 5. That means the width of the beam will be 50, 55, and 60. So we add another parameter, D2, which is the height of the beam, and we also define the range of it. The starting will be 50, the ending will be 60, and the step will be 5. And now we have also defined that the height of the range of the beam will range from 50 to 60 with a step of 5, which means that the height of the beam can have 3 levels, 50, 55, and 60. And also the width of the beam will have 3 levels, 50, 55, and 60. So 3 times 3, there will be 9 combinations, all combinations. So if you choose specified combination, there will be only 3, 50, 50, 55, 55, and 60, 60. But for all combinations, you have 9 combinations. And because each variable has 3 levels, 3 times 3 will be 9. So now we have finished defining the parametric sweep so it can compute, and the solution will calculate all the 9 conditions for me, and the result will display the stress. Now I'm going to probe the point evaluation, the displacement on this spot, the displacement of this spot. I will evaluate, but instead of evaluating the study, I'll evaluate the parametric solution for all the levels of parameters. So I evaluate. So there will be 9 situations. The width of the beam will range from 50 to 55 to 60, and the height of the beam will be 50, 55, 60. So totally there will be 3 times 3 will be 9 combinations, and the displacements will be here. So this is lecture 10 of COMSOL multiphysics, the parametric analysis.